talk today about the power of a decision. And I think that in life, until you decide to do something, you're not going to do it. And you have to decide mentally, emotionally that, I'm getting up, I'm going to do certain things I've never done before. And I think a lot of people have not decided. And I think I said last night that you have to change your have to a must.
Yes.
When you change your have to a must, then you change your decision to do something about it. Like I said last night, if you say I have to go to the gym, it's not a definite thing that you decided in your mind that you're going to do. What you're actually saying, maybe I will and maybe I won't, depends how I feel. If it's not raining, if it's, depends how the weather feels, my body feels, my emotion feels. But when you change your have to must, it doesn't matter if it's raining. It doesn't matter if it storms outside. I'm gonna go. If I feel well, I'm gonna go do something. So in life, that's a person who have decided to achieve something despite the pain or the discomfort. Yes. Amen?
Amen.
So for our first topic today, we're gonna talk about get away from the important folks. I'm not talking about just physical ability, but even though we're going to come from John chapter 5, but you have to get away. For you to become potent, see, for you to become potent, you got to get away from the important folks. So we're going to look at what the important means. Well, let's start reading John chapter 5, verse 1. And the Bible says, after this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep a market, a pool, which is called in the Hebrew Bethesda, having what? 5 porches. And we know that the market, I always say, remember I said the market is life.
Yes.
Because life is going, when I grew up in the West Indies, the market was life. You find your neighbors there, you find everybody's there, different food. So the market is life. So now they were about the life, you can say that the pool of life. Now, you say which is called in the Hebrew tongue, Bethesda, the house of mercy. Yes. Now, look at this, a house of mercy having what? 5 porches. And these lay a great multitude of important folk, right? Now, I want to talk about the important folk. Now, the word important means, right, to be unable to take effective action. Unable to take effective action. We got to get away from being impotent, meaning that you want to do something with your life, you want to go out, but you're not moving. Impotent is unable, meaning not able to take a step, a person who's infirm, who can't move. We got to move. You see, you have to understand, I talked about last night that when you hang with people, right, that regardless if you know it or not, subconsciously, if you're married to people, if you're in a relationship with people, if you're in business with people, that's important. Married to people, that's important. That's not moving nowhere. It will affect you.
Yes.
Because the truth is they're not going nowhere and you're not going nowhere. And subconsciously, if myself and yourself are walking, I may have to adjust to your pace or you adjust to my pace. But somebody going to adjust somewhere.
Yes.
And you have to understand when you have around important people, you may have to adjust your life subconsciously. You're not even aware of it, about it. They don't want to do nothing. After a while, you're on fire. But you're not going to be on fire for too long. Because all they want to do is sit there, eat chips all day. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to be eating chips with them. Okay.
Yes.
You don't hear what I'm saying. You're going to eat chips with them. They don't want to exercise. They want to get up. All of a sudden, you be like, all right, let me sympathize with them and eat too. Because I don't want to make you feel bad. All of a sudden, you grabbing burritos. You doing all these other things. And say, forget my diet, forget what I need to do. And then you go back. So in life, that goes in business, that goes spirituality. If you're going somewhere with God, you got to get away from important people. People that's very much important, because your association determines where you're going. Who you hang around with and who you be with determines where you're going. If you want people with fire, who really want something to happen in their life, sooner or later you're going to have the same mindset. You're going to think like them. You're going to talk like them. You're going to see yourself be doing certain things. Hey, because oh man, I said this. I sound just like him. I sound just like her. Because guess what? Now, he said, and these are great of important folks. Now look at this. It says weak, right? The word important means weak. It means feeble. It means inadequate, and they also say useless. You know, don't like that word, but that's what it says. It says that it's also useless. So we find out that if you're going to go, you got to get away from the useless things. The things that's useless, the things that really don't have no meaning for your life. You know? So you got to get away from the things. So if you're going to be great, and if you're going to do anything for God, because anytime you do something for God, always there's going to be somebody who's going to tell you why you do what you do. Yes. Why do you pray? Why do you serve in the church? Why do you do this? Why they will never understand why you do what you do, because they are very much ineffective in their life. They don't think it's take all that. I'm sorry. There's some people who feel like what you're doing is too much. It don't take all that. Let's do the minimum.
That's true.
You got to get away from the minimum people. Just enough people. It don't take all that. You know, it don't take for you to go all out. Let me tell you something. If you want the best, you got to go all out there. If you want what God has for you, you got to get out there. But look at this. It says that, right, that they were by the sheep gate, but he said a great multitude of important folk. Look at this. Now you have to find out that when people are important or whatever the situation, they tend to hang out together. You always see liars. Liars don't hang out with people who tell the truth, because we got nothing in common. The liars usually hang out with liars. You understand what I'm saying? People who want something in life, it could be in business, it can be in anything. You tend to see them gather. That's why they got school for them. That's why they call it business school. That's why they call it all kinds of things. They're trying to find some way to grow, some way to become better. So, but in this situation, we gotta go, right? From the important folks, because look at it. He said, blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. You gotta get waiting for the people, which is important people, always waiting for something to happen.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna wait till the weather come out now so I can go work out.
You never get up and go.
Never get up and go. I'm waiting for this to happen for me to do this. Then you never, let me tell you something. The weather never going to be all the way nice the way, or situation is not always going to be favorable for you to do what you have to do. So we find out important people always make excuses. They're always waiting for this time. You know, next year, this time I'm going, next year never comes.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you say something about here.
No, I mean, it is true. You have to get away from those things in life, because it's like if you hanging around a group of people, let's say you get the mind to want to do something, they'll always pull you down with their negative thoughts, tell you why you can't. They give you the negative aspect of things instead of pushing you forward. That's why you have to be with people with like mind. Because if you're not going to go but so far if you allow their opinions to hold you back. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's true though, because as he was saying about the gym, people will stop you from going to the gym, they'll be like, you don't go today, you know what I mean? Then you put it off, then you catch yourself not going at all. Because people will be like, it didn't take all that, why didn't you just do this and do that? But you know what I mean? You feel the difference when you stop going. You understand? Because it keeps your body, down. But when you're doing something, you gotta just keep on pushing yourself to do it. And you gotta stay away from folks who's negative, who don't see the results of you going. You're not going to lose weight, you could go in to be healthy.
That's right.
To move forward.
Better life, improving life. There's, I call the important people is the people like you trying to get that last sleep, and they say, lay down. Be like, lay down. Next thing you slip 2 hours past, and you forget the whole day, and something happened, and you begin to move on to the next level. But the whole thing is this, that we have to be very careful about the association or the people, which is important, and the people who's waiting for the big deal, for the big thing to happen. There's some people in life who's waiting for that big movement, but don't want to start small.
Right.
Don't want to work in the small place and build it up. But guess what? We find out that if you're going to have something and grow in something, you're going to have to look at, the people that's around you. You have to check. You have to take an inventory of the people that's around you. You have to find the supporters and the people that go in the same direction. If you find they're not going nowhere, you hang with them, surely somewhere along the line, you're going to sympathize with them. You're going to go back into the old ways. You're going to go back into the same place that you used to be again. You never do anything again. You never go up and say, I can do this thing. you know, I can do it. You know, I can do, because it's so much comfortable to be with people who's not going anywhere, because I don't have to, nothing to lift up my barometer or go higher.
Right.
Hey, everybody around me not doing nothing, so it don't matter if I'm not doing nothing, because they ain't doing nothing.
Right.
So they ain't moving nowhere. They're not looking for better in life. They're not looking to go better. Or because everybody around me making excuses, it's easy for me to make excuses and not go around.
Right.
So we found out that you got to watch for the important people. Will I say also the important people is the people who's not effective to take action. So when I get the money, I'll do it. You never get the money.
Right.
When this happened, I'll do it. And find out it never happened. Why not do it anyway?
Right.
Why not get up and do something? Why not get up? You know. I heard Les Brown say something this morning. He said that if you try something, you fall on your back. As long as you can, you know, you fall on your back and you can see up, you still can get up.
That's good.
And a lot of times in life, we fail to try things because we feel like we're going to fail. But you got to get up and begin to do what God called you to do and begin to move. I don't care what the situation is and what He calls you to do, spiritually, preaching, teaching, serving, business, whatever it may be, being a wife, being better wife, a better husband, a better, you know, whatever, son or daughter, whatever God gets you to do, you can't get around with the people that don't think that you should be that.
Right.
That's right.
Because you're going to find out important people is going to tell you why you don't need to cook for that man. For what? What you going to cook for him for? See, you got to get away from these women because you're going to be single soon. You know? Okay, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, you're saying that it's like, I remember back home they would say, watch the company you keep.
Yeah.
And even we did a lesson in leadership class about your inner circle. Watch who's in your inner circle. Watch those that, you know, those are going to procrastinate. You can't have that in your inner circle and expect to accomplish success or expect to do anything in this life.
When I look at, I think I sent y'all a little clip of HGTV where you see that most couples that are going to be successful, they do the same things.
Yeah.
You know, if the husband isn't workout, she working out with him. She and her little. Could you imagine he working out and you home eating bonbons? You ain't going to have that.
No,
You can't be home because you got to be seen. Because guess what he going to do? He going to go to that gym and find a little girl that want to work out, and all of a sudden something going to happen.
Right.
You need
That's
to be
true.
together. Two cannot walk together. You know, two can unless they agree. So you find a most successful couple that really make effective and grow is the couples that really do the same thing and begin to grow and begin to go. You don't find one couple doing something, the other one chilling.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
So that's the same way with friendship. That's the same way with anything in life. You got to find the thing that brings forth the agreement that you need to do. But we're going to stop right here. Amen.
Amen.
And I pray that
Amen.
it bless you completely.
Yes.
My name is Pastor Emmanuel Renee.
Minister Bazan.
And
Minister Wallace.
one thing to say to you, Jesus is Lord. God bless you.
Jesus said, I've come to give you life, and I've come to give you life more abundantly.